So this past week, Motorola's fresh new Moto Buds Plus have had the dubious honour of being stuffed inside of my shiny head. Now, Motorola has partnered with Bose to produce these premium Bluetooth buds for a price that, unlike regular Bose earbuds, won't have your bank manager soiling his shiny suit. The Moto Buds Plus will set you back €149, so about 150 quid. So they're considerably cheaper than those regular Bose earbuds, which, as well we know kiddies, means more money for booze. Hooray! But are they still actually worth that lower asking price? Well, here's my full Moto Buds Plus review, and for more on the latest and greatest tech, please do subscribe and ding that notifications bell. Cheers! Now first up, I really like Motorola's pleasingly dinky rounded case, which is easy to slip into pockets, bags, basically wherever you want to stick it. My review sample is the forest grey version, which to be honest my old peepers just looks like black. Maybe it's a forest at night or something, but you can also grab the Moto Buds Plus in beach sand. The Moto Buds Pro are pleasingly dinky and super comfortable to wear, even for prolonged periods. I found I could have them stuffed inside of my lugs for hours at a stretch with no discomfort, no ear fatigue. Of course, you've got different sizes of silicone tip bundled in the box just in case you need a slightly different fit. But I found with the ones that were slapped on there originally, they got a perfect fit and they stayed in there nice and firm. I didn't have to keep on fidgeting with them to get them back in their rightful place. And at no point was I worried about them flying out my head and going straight into the road under the number 57 bus. And just to prove a point, watch test! And these buds are IP54 rated as well, so they can handle a good solid splashing out in typical inclement British weather. Now when you pair up these true wireless earbuds with your smartphone, you'll want to download the Moto Buds app, which is available on the Play Store and I believe the Apple App Store. And as you would expect from Motorola, this is simply laid out while still packing in most of the features you would expect. So you can quickly and easily check out the remaining battery life on both your buds and the case as well when you first prise it open. You have full control over the noise cancellation as well, switching it up to adaptive, full noise cancelling, transparency mode and just knocking it off. You can also tweak the audio output, so a good bit of equalizer action, etc. More on that in a bit. A few other handy features include an in-ear detection. You can also do a fit test for those bud tips, just make sure that they are forming a proper seal. You've got Find My Earbuds of course. And the Moto Buds Plus also have full touch controls. As you can see there, no single taps are supported, just so you don't accidentally trigger the controls when you're just fiddling with the earbuds, but you do have double tap, triple tap, and tap and hold support. That double tap can be quite highly customized. As you can see there, you can even have it tweaking the volume and the rest, but triple tap, you're a bit more restricted on what you can do. And with tap and hold, as usual, this can either cycle between the various ANC modes, otherwise you can also conjure up your smartphone's voice assistant. And personally, I found I've got on really well with the touch controls here on the Moto Buds Plus. You want to be tapping them up near the top end. You get a bit of audio feedback when you do correctly tap them, so at least you know that your pokes and prods are being registered. And Motorola has also kindly added in-ear detection as well, so if you yank out a bud, it will realise that it's no longer in your lugs and it will pause whatever audio you're listening to after a couple of seconds. And this feature did rather usefully just stop working after a recent update for about a day or so, but it seems to have sorted itself out again now, which is a relief. And as for the audio output, well, that's been fine-tuned by Bose, who are, of course, well, they kind of know what they're doing in this area. You got full support for Dolby Atmos as well as high-res audio, plus 360-degree head tracking if you're into all that, and you happen to own a compatible Motorola phone. Now, I've been testing out the Moto Buds Plus with Motorola's own Edge 50 Pro to try and get the most optimal experience. And I've been connected using LHDC, which is similar to LDAC. It prioritizes high quality audio streaming over wireless connections. And you'll find that LHDC is used by quite a few sort of mid-range to premium earbuds out there, including the likes of the Nothing Air 2 and earbuds from Xiaomi and Edifier. And I found that default smart audio setting produced some respectable sound when I was playing high fidelity tracks. The Moto Buds Plus certainly aren't quite up to the level of slightly more premium buds that I've been testing recently from the likes of Technics and Sennheiser. The bass especially is particularly weak sauce on the Buds Plus. But as mentioned before, you can manually tweak the audio output by diving into the sound section. And personally, I found the bass boost just tended to muddy the audio more than anything else, but you can do a vocal boost the treble. There's even an equalizer that you can manually tweak. And sadly, there's no kind of sound personalization feature here on the Moto Buds Plus, which you get on a lot of other premium rivals, which can just adapt the audio to suit your own particular hearing, or only boost any bits that you're struggling to hear. As for the adaptive ANC, well, this is using Bose's own ANC algorithm, so it's no surprise that the Moto Buds Plus do a pretty respectable job of muffling traffic sounds, trains, all the usual commuting woes. As long as you've got a solid seal with those silicone tips, of course, and I found that on quite gusty, breezy days as there was only a wee bit of wind feedback as well, nothing too traumatic. And again, I don't think that the Moto Buds Plus are quite as good as some more premium rivals that I've been testing out, but they'll certainly do the job if you want a little bit more peace, just want to muffle out some of the worst of the stuff that's going on all around you. And there is a full-on transparency mode as well if you want to actually be aware of everything that's going on. And now to test out the mics here on the Moto Buds Plus, just a quick audio recording. I have found that when I've been on calls, my voice has generally come through pretty clearly, occasional tiny bit of crackliness, but overall pretty good. And even when there's quite a bit of background noise, I found that the Moto Buds Plus does a pretty decent job of muffling out most of that and keeping your voice nice and clear. And one of the best bits of the Moto Buds Plus is the battery life. I found I got around sort of 6 hours of full-on playback from a single charge with ANC knocked on and the high-res audio streaming active as well. You get closer to 8 hours with both of those features disabled. And that's certainly an above average performance compared with quite a few true wireless earbuds that I've tested recently. And then even better news, you've got fast charge support from the case as well. So when they're close to death, just bung them in there. And around 10 minutes, sat in that wee box, will give you a good 2 or 3 hours of playback. You'll get close to 3 full charges of those buds from this case before the case itself needs to be recharged as well. You've got Type-C USB connection around back, otherwise also supports a bit of wireless charging. And that right there, my lovelies, in a tasty wee nutshell, is the fresh new Motorola Moto Buds Plus true wireless earbuds. As I say, hitting the UK for around the sort of 150-ish pound mark, and even though they are powered by Bose, don't expect a full-on Bose style experience. The sound quality is pretty good, but as I say, the bass is a bit weak. I don't think true audiophiles will really be satisfied, and as far as the noise cancellation goes, again, not quite as good as the Boses and the Sonys out there, but will help to muffle the worst of the extraneous shenanigans when you are doing a bit of commuting. And that's what I think. What do you guys reckon of the Moto Buds Plus? It'd be great to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. Please do poke subscribe and ding that notifications bell for more on the latest and greatest tech, and have yourselves a ruddy, wonderful rest of the week. Cheers everyone. Love you.